You go into jail. If you're African American, you will be arrested. I think it's about 1/3 of all African American young men will spend some time in jail. 1/3. You remember you heard of the new Jim Crow? You know, the new Jim Crow. Read the book, The New Jim Crow. Yeah. I mean, racism is still with us, but it's structural, man. You see, most.
But you won't get away from it unless you break through those barriers, as I was telling you. You're going to agree with me on that before it's all over.
No,
you can't live.
No. The powers that be don't want any more Malcolm X's or even a Tupac Shakur. So you have to make sure the lower class are beat down. See, the bourgeois, pseudo-bourgeois like me or my children or Barack Obama's children, you give them a halfway good, decent education, or you send them to a fine university, they'll be okay. They're not going to be a problem. The real problem, you don't want to cultivate another Malcolm X, another Tupac Shakur. And those people would tend to come from the lower class, tend from people coming out of jail, who've gone through the system, who have been radicalized by the system. So you have to make sure you beat them down. You give them guns and drugs and stupidity, and you keep them down.
Yeah, but every now and then somebody will rise, like Malcolm X come out of
jail. Well, that was a different era. It won't happen now.
It only happened once in his era.
Yeah, even like Mark Clark and Fred Hampton. If they were from Maywood, I think. Okay,
well, Fred Hampton was a middle class.
That's what I'm saying. He was middle class. So I mean, a lot of the revolutionaries are middle class. Yeah. Okay, that's why I've been marginalized. I've been marginalized because they don't want people who are. I'm in between. I'm not really educated, but I got sense. They don't want people like that. So So the white folks, they send the black preachers and the black politicians say Mark's a bad guy. He's a Muslim. He bad. Well, I was Mark X for many years. Yeah, that's a long story. I was a part of. Yeah, you always are. We're Muslim by it's by nature. So but the thing about Elijah Muhammad, I left the pork years ago. You're not opposed to in the Holy Quran. They say you can have pork, and that's all it is to eat. Yeah. Somebody offers you have some pork. I think it's in the Holy Quran. But I love the teachings of Elijah Muhammad because the teachings of Elijah Muhammad and also the Hebrew Israelite philosophy, way of life, are the only two groups that really explain biblically, if you believe in the Bible, biblically why we were enslaved, why we've been so subjugated for all these years. And I love those philosophies. The Hebrew Israelites and also Elijah Muhammad's philosophy. And I can say delicately, softly, that the teaching of Elijah Muhammad is different, if you will, from the Nation of Islam. That sounds mean because, of course, Nation of Islam does not preach the Elijah Muhammad philosophy the same way as it was 50 years ago, of course, because things have changed. Things have changed. Everybody becomes a little homogenized. Yeah. So that's what we had to figure. How can you? So my thing is that how do you bridge that? I don't have to say the white man's the devil and we should overcome and all this kind of stuff. But we had to say, send the kids to school. Good education, like you said, go see a lot of folks, meet a lot of different
Break
people.
out of the barriers.
But you still ain't got to marry the white girl.
No, marry her.
But no, I understand. No,
marry a white boy.
Be honest with you. Now we talked too long.
Yeah.
If I had gone to college, I'd have been on the white girl. Because see, what happened was I grew up watching Bewitched and Charlie's Angels and Daisy Dukes. And if I seen them, if I gone to college, man, I'd have been woo. And the brother, you know the brothers married a white girl? Because they so nice. See, the sisters been beat down by slavery and segregation and disrespected, so they hard. Oh, my and the white girls come over there like, Mr. Steele, we love you, Mark!
I can see you've not met a lot of white women.
The ones I do, I get tingly, man. I ain't gonna lie, I get tingly when I see the white girls, man.
You know, it's funny.
Because they nice. They don't have the hard life like most sisters.
Oh my Lord.
That's true. The sisters bad news.
I can't believe
that's
you're
true.
saying this. You've never met a tough white woman? You just unbelievable.
No.
My whole life has been around tough white women.
No.
You don't even know what it's like to have a tough white woman.
Tough is like the sisters. The sisters are tough. That's why the sisters have trouble. Most black women have a tough time marrying a white boy, is because of the church. One, they're too religious. They got to find somebody white boy's gonna be into the cult, to the church.
Wait. Now you're mixing everything up. Just to keep it one step at a time. I am here to tell you, as your visitor from another planet, there are a lot of tough white women out there who are tougher than the toughest black woman. That's going to be hard for you to take because you got to break out of that Chicago thing.
I ain't met them yet.
Oh, my Lord.
The sisters are tough, man. They run. You know why,
I'm not talking about a fist fight. I'm talking about just tough. Okay. Tough, mentally tough, in your face tough.
I'm not going to argue. I haven't met them. But you know, it's sad.
Hang around with me.
But it's sad. You know, I lost my train of thought, but it's just sad I've been doing the show since '91.
You know what?
And listen. I can count the European Americans on this show, and you know why? Because we're all in
Chicago.
Chicago.
They were all. This is Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago.
Don't leave your block. Right. Don't leave your community. Stay in your
People from
box.
other cities come here and they freak out.
Yeah,
They be
'cause
like,
we're
damn.
so weird.
Yeah,
We are very
remember the
weird
northern
people.
cities are more segregated than the southern cities.
I gotta tell you, you have to hang with me. I swear to God, you will meet some tough white women.
But also,
Bossy? Oh my lord.
Also,
who's bossier, white women or black women?
sisters, man, they tough, man. But we're hard on each other because we've been trained to be hard on each other. It's hard. But like I read Robin Thicke. I've driven Robin Thicke a couple times.
Yeah,
Robin Thicke is a great guy. He married a sister.
Yeah, he married a black woman.
Yeah, and I think she's mixed though. Don't quote me on that.
Okay, well.
Not that it matters.
Yeah. Well,
But really, what a really nice guy. And I'm always opposed to interracial marriage until I meet the couple.
okay.
Until I meet the couple.
Yeah. Then that means you're not opposed to it.
Ideology.
So you have this abstract opposition that
ideological,
yeah,
whatever.
abstract opposition that evaporates upon meeting reality, which is
Right.
different than white people who
On
have
paper,
this
no, I'm-
open-minded
They wasn't
acceptance
they
of it
wasn't
until
all-
they meet
wa-
reality.
Right,
Follow what I
right.
just said?
You're right, because they wasn't always like that.
I'm usually
man.
right.
But you know what I'm saying. But it wasn't always like that. You know how racist this town is, man.
This town is so
But look at your old town, Evanston. Why are the African American students that go to your old high school? What is it?
Evanston Township.
Evanston Township
Yeah.
don't do as well as the white kids in Evanston.
You explain that to me.
Cultural.
Yeah, no, explain it to me.
Because we don't value education.
No, it's because black people accept a confine and they put themselves in a box. And white people do the same thing. Why isn't